let me tell you a bit about the main characters. Well, main antagonists or the villains in Westfall, known as the Defais Brotherhood, which is one of the most iconic and long-standing villainous organization in the lore of World of Warcraft, particularly for the Alliance players. Their story is a compelling blend of justifiable grievances and ruthless criminality. So the origin and founding, it was once the stonemasons grievances and stonemasons. The Defais Brotherhood originated from the stonemasons guild led by Edwin Van Cleef after the Second War. Stormwind City was in ruins, and the stonemasons were contracted to rebuild it. They performed an immense and vital service constructing the majestic city we see today. Now, the nobles, upon completion of the reconstruction, the House of Nobles of Stormwind, allegedly influenced by the dragon Onyxia and her human guise as Lady Katrana Prester, who sought to sow discord within the kingdom, refused to pay the stonemasons their promised wages. They claimed the kingdom was bankrupt, and after funding the war efforts, which lead to riots and exile. Outraged by the betrayal, Edwin Van Cleef and the stonemasons protested, leading to riots in the streets of Stormwind. During these riots, Queen Tiffany Wren, King Varian Wren's wife, was accidentally killed by a thrown rock. This tragic event further solidified the nobles' resolve against the stonemasons, leading to their exile from Stormwind, which led to the formation of the Brotherhood, embittered in seeking retribution for what they saw as blatant injustice. Van Cleef and his followers fled to Westfall. There they rebranded themselves as the Defais Brotherhood. Their goal shifted from merely seeking payment to actively undermining and eventually overthrowing the corrupted Stormwind nobility, which led to methods and influences. The Defais became a formidable criminal organization. They engaged in widespread banditry, preying on travelers and merchants in Westfall, Duskwood, and Redwood Mountains, effectively collecting the payment they felt they were owed. They also utilized their engineering and building expertise to construct powerful mechanical devices and even massive juggernauts within their hidden bases, aka the big old scarecrow things, which led to the Dead Mines. Their primary stronghold was the Dead Mines, an abandoned mine network beneath the town of Moonbrook and Westfall. This was their base of operations where they planned their grand scheme against Stormwind, which led to an initial defeat. In the original World of Warcraft, Alliance adventurers eventually infiltrated the Dead Mines and confronted Edwin Van Cleef, ultimately defeating him and bringing his head to the people militia at the Sentinel Hill. This was meant to be the end of the Defais Brotherhood, which led to the Defais Brotherhood Reborn, which I told y'all about, which is a new leader within the Catalyst expansion. The Defais Brotherhood made a dramatic return. It was revealed that Edwin Van Cleef had a daughter, Vanessa Van Cleef, who had been operating in the shadows, which led to vengeance and manipulation. Vanessa, fueled by an even deeper resentment for Stormwind, blaming them for her father's death and the continued suffering of Westfall's people, resurrected the Brotherhood. She was more cunning and manipulative than her father, using propaganda, psychological tactics to rally the desperate citizens of Westfall to her cause, which continued to threat. The reborn Defais Brotherhood presented a significant and more nonsense threat, highlighting the lingering social and economic issue within the human kingdom. Their story in Cataclysm Westfall delves into murder mysteries and exposed the darker side of Stormwind's neglect, which revamped the Dead Mines. The Dead Mines dungeon was also revamped to reflect Vanessa's leadership and her continued development of power weaponry. In essence, the Defais Brotherhood represented the dark side of the kingdom's neglect. They are born from a just cause, unpaid labor, but evolved into a dangerous criminal enterprise seeking vengeance often at the expense of innocent lives. Their story is a powerful narrative thread in the early Alliance leveling experience, showcasing that not all threats come from monstrous beasts. Some are born from the very heart of society. Hey guys, I also like to shout out Dubby for their amazing drink. It's an energy drink. I used it at work. It tasted pretty good. You can use it anywhere, outside, while you're exercising, while you're at work, in the office, or outside, like I do, doing construction work. Or you're simply inside playing some games, chilling with your friends, live streaming, or recording something new to put out in the world. My favorite is Watermelonade. I think it tasted pretty good. You can even get some of their cups and stuff. They have other stuff in there. If you want to give them a try, use code Level Up. It's all caps. You get 10% off. And with that, I'd like to say thank you. Goodbye.